Hey guys, what's up? It's been like a week since we created content for FIFA stuff. Obviously, with EA not creating content for FIFA 22 anymore, I just stopped and kind of figured, you know what, I'm going to take a break in general because this game is very draining to play. FIFA 22, you know, if we're going to do like a quick review of what FIFA 22 was, it was a complete garbage game. I'm looking at it more from like a next-gen perspective because the AI basically did everything for you. The attacking style was horrible. The defensive style was horrible because the attack was basically just to push your defensive line as further back as possible, do the one pass, like the extra pass meta, do the extra little dribbles to score your opportunities. Horrible. Same goes for the attack, or same goes for the defense, where you have to rely on your defensive AI to do everything for you because the controls and all the manual stuff was horrible, right? So the game, generally speaking, bad FIFA game. To be honest, most of them are bad because they never fixed the bad gameplay, good gameplay thing. But obviously, for the core mechanics of the game, New Gen was just a game of nothing, right? It was a game that basically just did everything for you. So you guys know me, no filter. But we have the new gameplay for FIFA 23. To be honest with you guys, I don't think it's going to be any different. It hasn't been for years, and I don't think they're going to make the huge adjustments that obviously we want. So this is going to be from BORASLEGEND. I asked him, like, I think a few weeks back, if I can review his gameplay for FIFA 23. I never got around to it because once we got to that point where they didn't do anything for FIFA 22, I kind of just wanted to chill, right? So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and watch the video. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I haven't seen anything about FIFA 23. I haven't seen the new chemistry system. I haven't seen anything. Pro clubs, nothing. I've just not seen anything. You guys know I do that complete disconnect from the game until it's fully out. I'm probably not even going to do like web app stuff either because, you know, I'm just trying to get into the gameplay side of things and just play from there. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out what he has to say about the game. I'm curious.
Of the final product. Things like gameplay content, tuning assets, and player ratings may differ in FIFA 23. Alright, so let's see then first.
Okay, so this new chemistry system is based off of these little points here. So you get full chemistry. How do you get full chemistry? So let's see. So I guess you have, this is what I'm looking at. Because I'm seeing 3. Interesting. I mean, the 3 makes sense. The 2 on Ruben Diaz. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do my research on that afterwards.
FIFA 23 here, full gameplay. Thanks so much. Thank you for this chance, really.
Let me see his tactics. Okay, so he still uses direct passing. This tactic is exactly what the meta is right now. The reason why he's using the same tactic is because EA themselves don't do any major adjustments when it comes to gameplays, especially for the new gen version of the game. I highly doubt they're going to change that many things because without direct passing, your players are absolutely clueless, right? So yeah, this makes sense. 30-70, 30-5-6. He's just doing what's familiar to him from the game before, right? So,
but it could be good to use
4-3-2-1 as well. So I think this is like similar to the one that I showed you guys. It might be a little bit different, right? But 4-3-2-1 was pretty nice to use at some point.
It's the place like one new instruction that you could use if you have CDMs. Let's say if you play like this, if you have a CDM like this, and then you can change and use something called like this deep line playmaker.
Oh, so it's like basically what Thiago Alcantara does in real life, I'm assuming.
Which
take a free roam and roll into space to provide a passing option. Yeah, so it's like the same thing that those types of players, you know, like the Xabi Alonsos, the Sergio Busquets, the Thiago Alcantaras. Dude, even Messi sometimes does it if you guys watch PSG play. So that is a cool instruction to add to the game.
It will make him come a bit shorter, of course, in the build phase. If you have a bit more possession-based, the playstyle is a good way to
possession-based playstyle.
Connect here,
super ratty. There's no defensive thing against possession-based playstyle. Yeah. Almost an excuse for this game.
But for now, I will use like this 4-3-2-1, same style as in FIFA 22. Alright, let's see some Rivals gameplay in FIFA.
Division 2, yeah. So it's like, it's Division 2 right now, like, since he just got the game, it's going to be like the top area, so.
4-23, full gameplay.
4-3-2-1 is good with the types of players he has to Valverde, Llorente.
Yes, there is no server nearby. Move it back. It goes straight in UK and US.
4-bar Boris?
It says here 32 ping.
By default, that's already a bad test.
I guess that is okay.
That's
here.
connection. That's
and
horrible
also, there's
connection.
no real load up screen. It goes straight into the game. You can see the opponents line up like this instead. I think this looks very cool. It's like some extra graphics, and you can see the team from this. So this is his team concerned. The grass here is much greener. It is much greener, and also you have a lot of new settings. You have also adaptive switching. Gonna get into this later. You can switch by holding in right stick and pinpoint a bit more, and try to switch to players that are standing a bit further away by using this type of adaptive switching. And that comes to settings. It's a very nice feature indeed. Also, we have new skill moves that we're going to cover tomorrow.
Okay, so this is textbook FIFA stuff. They're still sliding in the game. So that unnatural feel that you have when using players in this game, they're still sliding. Yes, his connection is bad, but that is a FIFA mechanic that I've complained about for years. It's the sliding thing of like when your attackers take a touch, there's no natural feeling to it. It slides. They slide from the left, slide to the right. So sliding is still in FIFA. So that's already a bad thing, right?
I think there are around 5 new in total. We're gonna see tomorrow. Otherwise, I must say that the game is quite similar to 22. I mean, if you played a lot of next gen FIFA 22, this is gonna feel, well, not too.
I want to see this tackle he does here.
With looks not adaptive switching. Gonna get into this later by using this type of adaptive switching setting. Indeed. Also, we have new skill moves that we're gonna cover
slides,
tomorrow.
Man. Still has it.
I think there are around 5 new in total. We're gonna see tomorrow. The game is quite similar to 22. I mean, if you played a lot of next gen FIFA 22, this is gonna feel, well, not too weird playing this version here. I had a massive issue switching between 21 old gen and 22. That was a big transition, but this one I feel is way softer. It is not as big difference. You have also new features to press here by just tapping R1 twice and holding. You're getting a bit more pressure play, but I'm not really sure how this one works out yet, and doesn't really look so effective so far. But we must really practice this a bit more. This is one of my first games playing this game, so yeah, the first impressions. Also this year, shielding feels much better. L2 shielding. If you have players that are strong, target men, they will have more impact this year, surely. Skill moves, you see this, quite the same.
The meta is going to be the same.
Here though, if you have a lefty, he will do these faster skill moves. Bro, why?
What this community, the people who play this game, I'm telling you guys, like, I tell this to you guys all the time, okay? You know that time period where like people were like really roasting Anders? That's the real people that actually play FIFA. Bunch of rats, man. What are you doing? This is for you to try out stuff. You know why he leaves the game? Because he sees one meta mechanic. Doesn't go to the EA and blames them, right? He blames the player. He sees one meta mechanic of doing the first time touch slide into a elastico to open up the space. He leaves the game immediately. Of course he leaves the game immediately. You better get wins for this nowadays, because this is so dumb that people can do this.
Anyways, they will make these skill moves with their left foot instead.
Boris is like more chill than I am. Like I'm super rough on EA because it's years of garbage. You know what I'm saying? So
the left foot instead. I think that makes way more sense, of course, than it was before. Let's see if this guy wants to play a full game then. Yeah, I was talking too much. It's hard for me to talk and play at the same time. I guess that's why.
All these games he's playing is rough connection.
This guy just got tired. Anyways.
Embarrassing.
So let's now try to play a bit more and talk less. Now I still have to talk. Otherwise, it's going to make a quite weird video. Defending feels good. Tackling feels good so far. Switching feels nice, especially with this new adaptive switching as we mentioned. Through balls are great actually. Triangle through balls feel effective, especially using semi instead of assisted. And yeah, that's a big thing this year is when semi or instead of assisted. Triangle through balls feel effective, especially using semi instead of assisted.
I wonder if they adjusted this attacking positioning thing with the strikers, because this area in FIFA 22, these guys don't know how to move, bro. I'm telling you. You see this part right here? Watch.
Feel effective.
So Ronaldo already triggers it right there in the middle. Watch him going upwards here. This is because of direct passing, because they face the player, they go towards them. Does this make sense? Like, this is why it's the meta of the next gen version of the game.
Especially using semi instead of assisted. And
yeah, this is the same meta. So it's going to be the same game. It is, because you could already see direct passing doing the exact same thing, where you are pushing the defensive line as further back as possible. Direct passing tactic itself pushes against the defenders. So Boris is doing the same thing, where it's just the extra pass meta. Like right here, he could either go for a shot or take a first time touch, because it doesn't switch that defender fast enough. So the AI is going to push in one area while Boris takes one touch the other and just get the scoring opportunity. This playstyle is horrible, because it's going to revolve around park the bus again. Because in order for you to block this opportunity out, you need to have all your players back. Because he doesn't have all of his players back, he won't be able to consistently defend against this. So this is going to be the same meta with the shot cancel and whatnot.
And yeah, that's a big thing this year as well. That semi many times is better than using assisted, especially for through balls, lob through balls, and also for shooting sometimes. Even though I tried the semi shooting, but yeah, it is very difficult, of course, with the old habits and muscle memory. The ball just hit the corner flag every time. But with some practice, it should be better this year to use semi. But yeah, it is very difficult, of course. It will take a lot of time to master and to practice, as we are all, of course. But with some practice, a lot of time to master.
Look at this animation. Oh my god. Like, they'll never you guys can say I'm negative as much as you want. Look at this, man.
To use semi, but yeah, it is very difficult, of course. It will take a lot of time to master.
Still, dude, look at what he's doing, man.
To use semi, but yeah, it is very difficult, of course. It will take a lot of time to master and to practice, as we are all, I guess, assisted merchants. That is a nice addition for sure.
Guys, it's just sliding. Hakimi does the same thing. Look, sliding.
That is a nice addition for sure. Otherwise, shooting is quite difficult.
In the older FIFAs, you guys know how I always talk about like good versus bad gameplay, right? In the older FIFAs, good gameplay, it was just boom, 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 boom. None of this sliding stuff. None of this slowing down what I actually want to do mechanic nonsense.
So far, I felt there's this new type of shooting that we will see very soon. A new type, which is a driven shot last year, but this year means something else. L1 R1 shot is this year completely different. It is no longer driven shot. We're gonna see that very soon.
The shooting that he's talking about is a mechanic I actually do like, to be fair. It's a mechanic where your player takes longer to take the strike, but he's more consistent at taking the strike. That is a very nice, skilled mechanic to have in the game, right? Taking longer to take the strike, but when you take it, it's good. The problem is that mechanic you can barely use in this game, because again, it's gonna be park the bus. You can see the patterns of play again. You know what I'm saying?
Soon, when I get the chance to shoot. So corner is also different. You will see from my point of view very soon. Oh, good corner. This guy has been practicing, but yeah.
I will say that when we have this version of gameplay, it is usually completely different to the full game. EA is not the type of game where it's like, hey guys, we're going to give you like an alpha and a beta, and then it's very similar to the full release. They don't do that.
The corners are difficult, and the set pieces overall.
This is a new thing, the corners.
Refresh system. It will take some time to
inside
learn
foot
this
curled
new kind of mechanic, and the new.
How does he do it with his controller? What is he doing?
Learn this new kind of mechanic, and the new.
But he's already doing it by default.
It will take some time to learn this new.
The right stick? What is he doing with the right stick?
Refresh system.
Oh.
It will take some time to learn this new kind of mechanic, and the new angle as well. Did not really master that yet.
That looks crazy.
Now Cristiano. That's a good skill move. Oh, you see this?
This is new. This is a new one. I've never seen this one before. This is new. This is not in this game. This is that version of Mbappe's skill move, the L1 LB fake shot, where he kind of like accelerates into position. This is the controlled version at a 90-degree angle. Look at this.
That's a
controlled.
Good skill move.
Controlled.
Oh, I see this one. L1.
Controlled. That's going to be overpowered.
Fake shot this year is going to be quite OP.
That's basically a better version of a fake shot because it's controlled. You can tell by the animations when it's stiff, right?
Let's see now, Cristiano.
It's stiff and sharp. Stiff, sharp.
That's a good skill move.
Stiff, sharp, and controlled. You see?
L1.
You can tell with the way that he's like exiting into the skill move.
Well done. We're gonna see more about this one tomorrow in tomorrow's video about the new skill moves. But yeah, through balls here very good. I felt like the triangle through balls using semi I enjoyed so far. They feel like they have a lot of variation simply, and that input really matters. Power and input matters a lot more. That's a good pass. Let's see now, Llorente. Oh, we cannot get the shot yet. I want to show you this L1 shooting, or L1 R1 shooting, which looks a bit like FIFA Street vibes from like 2006-7 with the first one, with the game breaker type of shot. Animation is quite cool, and it gets extreme power as well. There we have this new one. Let me see now, like this. You see this?
So you see slower animation, but more accurate. Look,
like this. You see this?
Slower animation, more accurate.
It gets very high power, but it's also almost fully manual, so you really have to aim that one. Or it is at least semi-assisted, so you really must aim the L1 R1 shot.
Semi-assisted. Okay.
It takes practice, of course. You can also time them as well, so you could do this L1 R1 shot and time it to get
their possession-based tackles are, in this version of the gameplay, it's still horrible.
Some extra kind of power.
If you guys have ever played PES, their possession-based tackles, it's like, honestly, like 85, 90% of the times. I would say 90, honestly. It's really solid there.
And accuracy. But it takes time. Animation.
No one would complain if you make a bad mistake and then the person tackling the ball makes a good tackle and he gets the ball. No one would complain. You would just lose the ball because you made a bad decision.
Just slow, which means.
But this like pushing out stuff, like this push touch they do, it's just nonsense, man.
Towards the ball holder. Otherwise, of course.
I think the meta players in this year's game, it's gonna be the same as next year. You could tell it's some of these guys.
He's onside.
Crazy. Let's see Ronaldo here.
He has a space. L1 R1 shot.
Yeah. So that's the one, right? So that. Again, it's from counterattacks, right? Of course, from a through ball, but that's the only way you're going to get these opportunities.
Dispossessed easily. Now let's see.
One pass through. He has space. L1, R1, slower, but takes a more accurate strike.
See this. If you manage, it is insane. Power.
I don't even think he times his shot.
He's onside once again now. Cristiano. He has a space. L1, R1 shot. You see this.
Yeah.
If you manage, it is insane. Power is unstoppable. Insane power, but you need space. That's the key for this one. You need space and you have to aim quite manually. Otherwise, it is not going to work out. And when it comes to settings, I'll show you. We're using here competitive settings, and also always fix the camera because the default camera this year is terrible. So put either on the telebroadcast or co-op for sure. See that we have a lot of here these settings on semi that feel better, but shooting still assisted. Then you have this new thing called right stick adaptive switching. But yes, mainly this year, semi feels a bit better and definitely a bit more fun than just relying on assisted completely. And we also have this new type of tackle as well, all on assisted completely. And we also have this new type of tackle as well, all one square. More fun than just relying on assisted completely. And we also have this new type of tackle as well, all one square.
He doesn't do it there.
Like this. You can see now it's
that one he does.
Slide tackle with all one that is very rough. With the studs is very brutal tackle, but could add a bit more reach. I feel also skill moves are very good this year, and the ones that are good last year as well in FIFA 22 are also great here. Like this one, borrow scoop is great, and Makiri cancel, etc. These skill moves that were great in FIFA 22 are still very good this FIFA. That thing didn't change, but we have some of these new ones that are really useful as well, like this one. We're gonna see more about this.
Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one. You know what's really funny about these skill moves? I don't know where they get these skill moves from. I genuinely don't. I've watched football for so many years of my life. I have never seen someone do this one time in my life. Please send me a clip on YouTube if you guys know a single player that has ever done this skill move. I've never seen this before.
As well, like this one. We're gonna see more about this.
Who can do that? Do you know how hard it is to do that? He just backheeled it into a ball roll on the inside. This is a FIFA mechanic.
Ones that are really useful as well, like this one. We're gonna see more about this.
Backheel. That's made up. That's made up. That's literally made up.
Ones that are really useful as well, like this one. We're gonna see more about this. The L1 heel to heel looks silly, really. It's so effective.
It looks silly. Yeah, of course it does. What? This is a FIFA. This. They pulled it out of their, you know.
Are really useful as well, like this one. We're gonna see more about this.
Oh. They're like they know. They're like, guys, it's a FIFA game. It's not football. It's FIFA game. Let's just FIFA game, okay?
Looks silly, really. It's so effective. That is crazy. Extra pass.
It's the same. You could see the pattern of play is the same
like
thing. Look.
Let's see more about this. The L1 heel to heel looks silly, really. It's so effective. That is crazy. Extra pass is also good. Maybe not as good as last year. Marking looks a bit better at the back for the AI. Last year he was left wide open this past year. Usman, you see this? That is elastical with his left foot in this past year. Usman,
yeah, see touch elastical. It's either the reverse or the normal one.
That is you.
No one ever actually just touches the ball normally to get into position. You got to do a skill move to do it.
Last year he was left wide open this past year.
Again, FIFA mechanic. No one's skill in the air just to get into position like that.
That is elastical with his left foot instead. That is you. Last year he would have done this with his right foot, and it would have been instead reverse elastical. But since he's now lefty, he will do these moves with his left foot as well, and that is indeed a great addition.
Disgusting.
Well done.
Give him the ball, man.
Valverde, shielding is good here. L2. Let me see again. This crazy shot. You see now? We're aiming wrong. Aiming up.
2 up, right? Because if you're assisted, it's up. Let me see. Let me see his controller.
Shielding is good here. L2. Let me see again.
Yeah, way too high.
Crazy shot. You see now?
Has to literally be in the top right. Okay.
Aiming up. And also this shot is going to go wide. As it is quite manual when you enter this special mode L1 R1 shot. You must aim much more accurate, really. This pass is good, man. Look at this pass. On semi. Amazing. Great passing. And then Dembele, yeah, good finish. Tackling is good. I feel like defending is good. Tackling is good. And also I like the fact that if you use high depth, then of course it's going to feel as well like it is high depth. The team is going to stand a bit higher compared to last FIFA. Which I really like. And also the offside trap this year feels more responsive as well. Last year sometimes you hit it and nothing happened, but this year it activates every time. That is also very useful, of course. Good news. Yeah, that's hard to do with the ping there. Like this offside trap, and they move up, of course, like they should do. Last year they just sometimes stood there and did nothing. You know.
Oh, this is interesting right here. This has got to be new.
Last year they just sometimes stood there and did nothing.
You see how he lets go of the offside there? Because he knows he's offside. Look.
Move up, of course, like they should do. Last year they just...
By the way, is anybody getting this in FIFA? They're completely lucky because no one actually is going to intend to do this. You make a pass here where nothing is obvious. You know for a fact you're not passing this to Neymar, but
sometimes stood there,
let's help him out a little bit. I know for a fact he doesn't mean to do that, and he's probably going to score.
Well done.
Well done from Boris with the manual goalkeeping.
Same as last year.
Does he use the right stick, or does he use the double tap Y or triangle on PlayStation to do it? Let's see.
Stood there and did nothing.
He uses the right stick.
You know, keep a movement.
Yeah, he uses right stick.
Well done.
Because you can do double tap Y to go like more at an angle. It's really good to use for the crosses, right?
Same as last year. Yeah, a lot is the same as last year.
I mean, it looks like it, Boris.
They added a lot of new layers and also animations, and overall graphics look, of course, better. But it feels like
graphics they've reached like a
variation.
What's the word? Plateau or whatever. There's not really much you can improve. I mean, it's already fine. It's a video game, right?
Ball roll is great.
How much better can you make it look?
Is also good.
Yeah, this is a meta mechanic too. So the first time driven pass into the first time touch. So the thing that I was teaching you guys earlier
ball again.
is this thing, right? So watch when it switches to defender that's defending Dembele,
ball
right?
Roll is great.
So he's controlling that one guy.
This year, driven pass.
When you're not controlling the actual defender, this is what happens. You do the touch, and now the person switches to him, but look, he's already overcommitted without switching to that guy. Even if you switch to that guy, they will overcommit a space because your driven pass makes the player push the ball a certain way.
Good.
So now he has space to work with. Probably gonna go for like a roulette here, maybe get lucky, you know?
As with last year, that touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele.
From the driven, yeah.
See now more of this adaptive switching here. Also good. As with last year, that touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele. See now more.
Yeah, unpolished.
Here,
Yes.
that touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele.
Look at his right stick. Look at who he's trying to switch to. Look at who it switches to.
See now more of this.
Come on.
This adaptive switching here, holding in right stick like this, and then switching to some.
That one worked. Let me see this one.
Holding in right stick like this.
Still weird though. He goes all the way on that one.
Here, holding in right stick.
Past him. That's not bad. It actually tells you the cursor on that one.
Like this.
It tells you the cursor on that one. Did it tell you the cursor on the one before?
Here. That touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele.
It doesn't register properly. That one, it doesn't register properly. You can actually see. Is it because he goes past it? Because EA, if he goes past it in the heat of the moment, you still got to switch to that right person.
That touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele.
It's because he goes past it. Watch.
As with last year, that touch though was not the best from Ousmane Dembele.
So if you go past the point of the player, it switches to somebody else. That's still stupid. It has to be in the general vicinity. If it's not switching to this guy, it's got to switch to him. No one's going upwards here. So this they have to fix. Because if you're doing this and it goes past the player, even if the cursor's not there, it's still got to switch to these guys. That's where his right stick is. Imagine like you're in a defending situation where someone does that driven pass touch. You got to be able to defend that, right? If you're switching to this general area, it doesn't make sense to go up.
See now more of this.
You know what I'm saying?
Adaptive switching here, holding in right stick like.
This one I don't mind because if there's like a consistency thing, sure. If it goes past the player, then it goes to that guy, right?
And then
but even still, it should be like the closest player, I think, man.
Player standing a bit further away. It is indeed a very nice addition. This one. Let me see now, Cristiano. Maybe some more new nice skill moves like this one. I learned. Hey, not bad, but yeah, maybe more to just show off. Not so effective, that one.
Yeah, it's not really like pushing it too far in a direction.
Did I forget about something? I think we covered a lot of things in this video. There's also a new way to make Trivela passes consistently, holding down L2 and using high power.
Seriously?
Like will make it Trivela almost every time.
That's good.
Like this.
Consistency to it.
And also good if they have that the trait as well, outside foot shot, to activate it.
Okay, so they still have like weird attacking AI. Look at the striker here.
Trait as well, outside foot shot.
If you're being blocked there, right? Look at where he's running to.
To activate it simply a bit more often.
Yeah.
And same with shooting. If you're shooting with L2, high power, right angle, it will activate that type of shot. Trivela
The power shot.
Most times. And there's also, of course, a nice addition. A small thing, but still very nice.
He just did a new skill move there, no? Let me see.
Right angle. And there's also, of course, a nice addition.
That just looks like a fake shot, like this one. This one doesn't. Let me see.
Of shot, Trivela shot.
Does he do the body thing? Let me see.
Of course,
no, that looks like a fake shot.
Nice addition, a small thing, but still very nice.
Let me see the defending here.
Most times, there's also, of course, a nice addition, a small thing, but still very nice. All right, one more goal, maybe. Through ball is good.
The meta looks the same.
Pace here, Cristiano. Let me see now. Once again, game-breaking shot. Van Dijk, good defending, but that is it. GG.
Boris, thank you for the video. I'm sorry that I'm like, you know, because I know that you're with the game changer thing, but it's definitely gonna be more negative for me because the meta was already horrible in FIFA 22, where the AI pretty much does everything for you. The extra pass meta will definitely still be a thing. I know that he's saying that it's not going to be as effective, but without the extra pass meta, then the players are just horrible in general. Like, we'll see what they do, because with Boris being new to this game, he still used direct passing, right? It's just that I highly doubt that they're going to make game-breaking changes like that, where you can use a balanced tactic and the players will actually know what to do. Because direct passing, you see direct passing, they basically face you, right? But you see his player running upwards when that's not even a space you can work with. The only way that space would work is if you cross the ball through the defender and he does some sort of animation where he just like kind of goes down on the floor and gives you that space to work with, right? But yeah, from what I've seen so far from this like early footage, it is the same game. Nothing unique about it. Obviously, it's subject to change in the future because these early versions of the game, like I said, you're testing for no reason essentially, because it's always like different. But I doubt that they're going to make a big difference when it comes to this and like whatever they do in the future. I highly doubt it. Because in FIFA 22, it almost felt like it was necessary to give all of your players 99 stats because they were so horrible. And it might be the same thing in this game, to be honest with you. It is what it is. You know, I do content creation. I do what I got to do, call it a day, you know. I do wish that I can stream the game, to be honest with you guys. But because it's been like so many years of the same nonsense, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the future is. But yeah, this is definitely going to be mostly like a negative review of this gameplay because it's the same patterns of play. You can see it, right? But he was using direct passing, so that is something to take into consideration. However, you can still see the defensive line being set up the same way for them to block out opportunities. So we'll see. It's like I mentioned in the rant video to you guys. The only way that you did open build-up plays was from counterattacks, right? It wasn't from like playing regular FIFA. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting. I'm going to see what the old-gen version of the game is like too, because they're two different games. Because EA are clueless like that, you know, they're the only company that does that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Again, it is mostly a negative one. You guys know how I am. I'm a very truthful, honest person when it comes to this type of stuff. Is it a big deal for me? No, you know, it's play video games for a living, so no big deal there. Just kind of do what I got to do and then hop off, you know. But for now, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.